Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A local mom is speaking out after her Facebook post warning of 3 men taking pictures of her young daughter went viral over the weekend. The woman says it happened at Best Buy Saturday afternoon, adding the man took the photo with his phone down by his waist and he kept backing up to get closer to her daughter, making the mother worry about her daughter being kidnapped or trafficked. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the mom as well as the men accused and has our story.
Samantha Nedgerbo says a stop at one of her family's favorite stores took a sketchy turn on Saturday when she noticed 3 men near her husband and young daughter.
Something just didn't look right to me, but it's like, it was so weird how it was playing out because it's just like, is this really happening?
She says surveillance video shows the man putting his phone close to his body and on his side. And she says the phone was in selfie mode, taking a picture of her daughter behind him.
If you're taking a picture of your buddies, why are you looking at my daughter and looking at your phone and angling it towards her?
We weren't able to obtain the surveillance footage today, but Nedgerbo says when she confronted the man to see the photo he took, he showed her a photo from a different angle than the one she had seen taken of her daughter, adding that photo was taken on Snapchat, meaning it might not have been saved to his phone, but sent to others on the app.
Maybe there was no intention, but it's my child, and if my child left my life, I don't know what I would do.
After watching the footage back on Best Buy's cameras several times, Nedgerbo made a report with Fargo police and took to Facebook to warn others.
It clearly was suspicious. It clearly wasn't him backing up suspiciously, looking like he was taking a picture of my child.
And even though there are no laws against taking photos of people in public, Nedgerbo says the situation made her uncomfortable and scared for her daughter's safety.
Bully me, do what you want to do, but you know what? Maybe it did something for one mother, one father, one child, something. I'm not going to feel bad for making awareness. I'm just not.
In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
The men who are accused wanted to clear up the rumors, so they went to police. Police say they confirmed the picture that was taken did not show a child. The men were unable to talk with us on camera today, but say they adamantly deny any wrongdoing. We're enjoying this mild day because we know more winter weather is headed our way later this week. Hutch, how's this evening looking?
Well, very quiet, and that is very enjoyable. Our Skycam showing a blanketed Fargo-Moorhead area. Some clouds to the north of us pushing our way as illustrated on the satellite there. Our northern counties are seeing a little bit more of this cloud cover. Now, heading into the evening, temperatures are still rising for many across the valley. Not as warm as it is out west where Dickinson is at 32 degrees, but temperatures will slip briefly early this evening, just beyond sunset. Then south winds will be persistent throughout the evening, keeping temperatures steady to slowly rising during the overnight. Now, near 20-degree readings, that's a pretty good springboard for your Tuesday forecast. I'll have details on some very enjoyable weather before our midweek mayhem begins. We'll outline that storm system impacting our area here in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Hutch. The wet, heavy snow did more than just get cars stuck over the weekend. It caused roofs to collapse at least 5 separate times in the FM area. 2 of those were in Moorhead, including the St. Francis de Sales Catholic Church. Moorhead Fire Deputy Chief Jeff Wallen says Saturday's nonstop wet, heavy snowfall didn't give us time to keep up with roof upkeep.
We're really used to seeing dry snow, powdery snow in our area, and accumulations aren't a big deal. And I think a lot of folks were caught off guard and were just not in the mindset to be able to do the kind of maintenance you'd need to for big, heavy snow loads.
To avoid your own roof cave-in, the Moorhead Fire Department recommends staying on top of the roof upkeep, but not from on top of your roof. Instead, use a long snow rake from the ground. Senator John Hoeven today announced that President Trump's fiscal year 2020 budget request includes $150 million in funding for projects like the Red River Valley Flood Prevention Project. The funding will create a new Army Corps of Engineers account for public-private partnership, or P3, projects. When the Corps releases its budget, we'll learn more information on the flood protection project for Fargo-Moorhead. Minnesota lawmakers are pushing to replenish an empty disaster fund ahead of anticipated spring flooding. Representative Tony Jurgens of Cottage Grove and Senator Mark Johnson of East Grand Forks held a news conference today to highlight a Republican proposal for $40 million to refill the depleted fund. They would add $20 million this fiscal year and another $20 million in the next. But the House Democrat who created the fund, Representative Gene Pawlowski of Winona, says it's meant for disasters between legislative sessions. If there is serious flooding this spring, he says, the legislature would approve and aid while it's still in session. Heavy snow has increased the risk of major flooding across Minnesota. One man is dead after a three-car crash in Otter Tail County. Authorities say it happened just before 6 Monday morning on Highway 210, west of County Road 86. 51-year-old Anthony Thacker stopped his van to clear frost from the vehicle and was hit by a car. The van spun out into the road and was broadsided by another vehicle. Thacker was taken to the hospital and then died. His passenger was injured but is expected to be okay. They are both from Portsmouth, Ohio. No one else was hurt. Roads were snow-covered and icy at the time. A Grand Forks man is facing a gross sexual imposition charge in a case involving a victim under the age of 15. Court documents state a Grand Forks elementary school counselor contacted police in December of 2017 with concerns of a child being sexually abused. The school counselor was informed that 32-year-old Derek Mortrude would pull down a child's pants and start to have quote, you know what, with them. There's currently a warrant out for Mortrude's arrest. We'll have much more on this story tonight on Valley News Live at 10. North Dakota lawmakers are looking at a bill that would create a 5-year-long task force that would work to prevent sexual abuse of children. The task force would consist of multiple agencies from the state, including representatives from children advocacy centers, a person who assists in the investigation, prosecution, and treatment of child abuse cases, even superintendents and teachers. The Red River Children's Advocacy Center in Fargo says there are 42 million sex abuse survivors across the country, but that number only represents the victims who speak up about it. Students from Turtle Mountain were at North Dakota's Capitol today to talk to senators about their discontent with their school board. The broader issue, a bill that would eliminate the possibility of felons being voted in. The students say the school board members should represent the students and look out for their best interests. Currently, their school board has 2 people who have felony convictions on their records.
Our education is one of the most important things to us. We take it extremely seriously. We also feel that our certain school board members do not take our education seriously and that they don't have our best interests at heart.
Jolly Trottier says their schools are affected by allowing the 2 felons on their board.